Hey guys, I am back, and look at the pretty little label we got on Monthly Knife Club, which arrived today, getting near the end of the month and the end of the year, so we should be getting our last few boxes in to look at for 2023. You guys excited to be done with this year? I'll tell you what I did with my day, but that's not what you're here for. But it did involve watching a 1927 classic science fiction silent film, which I found to be mostly propaganda for communism, but you guys can guess what it is in the comments if you want, possibly. Anyway, was not impressed. So, we've got Monthly Knife Club. I'm betting that this box is the Onyx. There are 3 more Monthly Knife Club packages. There we go. I can English good. On the way. One of them I'm pretty sure is the Ultimate, and that means that we've got the Tier 2 name brand and probably the Zippos getting here soon. So, Onyx, I'm betting. This is kind of an odd size box for the Onyx. So, sorry, I forgot some tape on the label side. Okay. It is the Onyx, and I didn't look at it yet. Feels Kizer-y. Ah, it is a Kizer. All right, so our last knife of the month is going to be a Kizer. It's the Megatherium, I think. An Elijah Isham design, who is no longer with us. I'm not going to touch that one or talk about the cause or the actions on either side. So, you can discuss that in the comments if you want also. Now, if you're in the knife world, if you're into your knives, and it's okay if this is not putting down anybody who's not, but if you're really into it, you probably, without me even telling you who the designer is, when we look at the knife, you could look at it and be like, oh yeah, that's one of his designs, because they're so so representative of his style. He has a very specific style. So what do we got here? We have CPM S35VN. We've got titanium. Let me show you the specs, so I can be lazy and not type stuff. Okay, you got it? Good. Oh, yeah, Megatherium, this dramatic Elijah Isham design. Not a regular design, but a dramatic one. Black stonewashed, sounds good. Modified Warncliffe, sounds good. We like the steel. CPM S35VN. It's not the same as S35VN. Crucible... God, I always forget the name. Crucible Particle Materials or something. They make some excellent quality powdered metals. Maybe it's Crucible Powdered Metals. I don't know. But it's powdered steel, which gives you a much tighter packing of the molecules, which gives you a higher quality steel. Titanium. Elbow. Below tab flipper system. Okay, so you know what? Here we go. The one thing I will point out is that, as Monthly Knife Club does, here's the price of the subscription, so this is the cost out of pocket. And if you snoop around on the internet, you're going to find it for between $233. $320 is probably MSRP price. So you may find a couple places selling it for that, but generally you're going to find it for this at the low end and then somewhere in between. So there are a few different companies that have Isham designs in their lineup. Some people, like, it's a kind of thing where you either love them or you hate them. I don't know anybody that's just kind of like, eh. But they are, like I said, they're very distinctive. So in the package, we get some extra screws. You're going to get the little Kizer package. By the way, there's a link to Monthly Knife Club in the video description. No affiliation whatsoever. I just really like Monthly Knife Club. And I always recommend the Onyx to people that say they're looking to build up their collection. And I'm like, here's a good subscription for like good quality stuff when you want quantity over quality. My money goes there, you know, so I can feel good recommending it to people. And now let's take a look at the knife. That is a big chunk of a knife. And as soon as I open this up, if you don't already know what I mean about his very distinctive style, you'll see it when I open it. So first of all, I love the finish on the titanium. It's like a dark, on the titanium, it looks almost like a dark bronze wash. Or a bronze dark wash, but it's like a tumble wash finish. Not quite black. A little darker than a regular bronze, but you can get some really great colors with titanium, as we know. And then you can see the name right there, Megatherium. I see why Mega's in it. This is a heavy knife. What do they say it is? 6.36 ounces. I mean, I guess I'm a bad guesstimator of weight and feel. I would have thought this is maybe more like 8, just from the feel of it. Let's see. Clip. No, can't reverse it. Can't do anything. It is tip up, right hand only. And why don't you go outside and play hide and go fuck yourself if you want anything else. But nice retention there and everything. I feel like this clip is titanium too, based on the tink noise there. Fit and finish, of course, is just perfect. Kizer has great QC and production value. Centering did perfect. So let's look at the blade. And this is that Isham style I'm talking about. Now, normally his blades have more of a curve to them with the handle. They kind of go in a swoopiness. Not quite an S, but and I don't know if I said this before. I am normally not a huge fan of his designs. I think they're a little too stylized for me. And while millions of collectors love them, I think they're a little bit too swoopy and stylized. However, they did not. Yeah. You know why I started to use? Because there's one guy who's going to be like, hey, you use the cloth. You say you don't use the cloths. I'm doing it just because the one guy is like, why don't you ever use the cloths? All right. I really like this one because the blade doesn't have that big stylish swoop curve in it like most of his does. The handle still does. And the handles, for the most part, are very comfortable that he designs. Sorry, my mistake, and with all respect, he designed. Because they do usually, they curve up at the right point to fill out the palm. But I like this one that it's not quite a choil, but you know, you have that, your hand just stops at that point. And it does well. So you've got your 2 fingers that fit in it right there. And then you've got plenty of space for a big hand. Again, I never understand why there's not, like, why wouldn't you put some jimping up there just for your thumb to grab onto? But everybody's got their reasons for why they design their blades the way they do. But also, so again, looking at ergonomics, so look how the 2 fingers lock right in and the thumb rests right on that ramp. I mean, he knows his ergonomics. Sorry, I keep doing that, and I apologize. I'm not trying to. He knew his ergonomics really well in his handle design. That's why I thought it was a little excessive to carry on those big swoop curves on the blade. I love this because it is a much more conventional. It's got a little bit of a rounded belly on it, but you can really get this thing on the work surface to do some good cutting. And it is a nice, big, solid blade. So let us, of course, Kizer. And let's not forget the fact that you can have the best design in the world, but if you pick a real shitty OEM to put your stuff out, you know, you can have a beautiful, brilliant design that comes out of the factory looking like shit. Kizer does a very good job actually producing the blades, producing the knives. No effort whatsoever, very clean cut. And now we'll do the pull through. Also, no effort at all, perfectly clean cut. And because of the shape of this blade, we're gonna pew, 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 pew. I could just chop all day long with this. So this is, I mean, it feels good. It has a really nice utility shape. You can one-hand this very easily. I know there are a lot of people that don't like frame locks. I'm not sure why. But you can get your thumb right on there. What I also love is that the frame lock side doesn't protrude out a whole lot, so you can get a real nice, comfortable grip on it. But you can get your thumb in there really easily, unlock it. See your lockup. It's pretty solid and very early. But this blade can be utility, Hell, if you wanted to, you could take this thing camping and use it as a kitchen knife, camp kitchen knife, even though it's a little small. You could use it in the kitchen here. I don't know if I'd carry this as a real EDC blade. It's a bit big, but there's plenty of people that I could see carrying this for EDC. It's a big old blade, that's all. Now, I don't mind a heavy knife. Sometimes I actually like a heavy knife, especially when I've got other stuff, other gear. The weight of the knife kind of lets me know when it's not there. If I'm just walking around in pants and hanging out, a lighter blade's okay, because when you don't have any other weight on, you know when that lighter knife, this one just happens to be right here, it falls out of your pocket or you forget to pick it up or whatever. When you've got other gear on you, though, or you've got other stuff, the extra weight of a heavy knife is a good reminder. If it falls out, if you forget to pick it back up or whatever. And there is a certain feeling to a heavy knife in your hands. It's real solid feeling, and that's kind of why I like heavy blades, why I like heavy knives. I don't mind them as much as some people do, and there's a lot of people who like even heavier knives than I do, but this one's pretty good. While I'm not a big fan of a lot of his designs, I do admire the artistic work that goes into them and stuff, and this one is sort of a good mix between more conventional shape and his artistic and ergonomic designing. So I'm not sure if I'm going to EDC this one. I'm really just not sure. This clip, I feel in my hand a little bit, and if you get just the right grip on it, it just melts into your hand. You don't feel it, but a little bit left and right either way, and you do feel, especially see how thin that is right there, the spacer for the flex on the what's the word, liner lock. That can just feel that just a little bit. So you really got to get your right comfortable grip on this, and it's perfect. But if it wiggles around just a little bit, you're definitely going to feel it. But overall, I like it, and it is a nice piece. It's a solid piece, great materials. It definitely has value for the collection, has resale value if this is like you got this month and you're not a fan of it, or trade bait value, definitely. Can we, just out of curiosity, yeah, it's got a really solid detent, but it does have alternate deployment methods besides the flipper. If you're not into that, doesn't feel as good, but can be done. So for the big chunky folder fans, this is a really nice knife. Not a bad way to end off the year for Monthly Knife Club. Wouldn't be my favorite Monthly Knife Club, not my favorite Onyx knife of the year, but it's pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good. Right around January, middle of January, I'm gonna do my kind of top 20 folding knives that came in various boxes, subscriptions, whatever. I don't know if this is gonna make it in, because I really gotta, I mean, it is definitely a really nice one, but I gotta consider everything. I gotta go over every video and see everything that came. I've already started doing that. So, ladies, gents, and llamas, what are your thoughts on our last Onyx knife of the year? Again, love the wash on both the blades. Real subtle dark wash, black wash on the blade, but it's really nice looking. From far away, from down here where I am, so my head is just a kind of, don't worry where my head is, but it's up above this. It almost, in the light, has just sort of a flat finished look in the right angles, but you bring it up a little closer to eye level and you can definitely see the finish on it. And that, I think, is really nice. So, all right, yeah. So like I was saying, what do you guys think of this last Onyx knife of the year? If you were a subscriber to the Onyx plan, are you happy? Unhappy? If you weren't a subscriber, is this the kind of thing that would make you say, hey, maybe I'll take a look at that box? Or is it just fun to look at? I mean, is it the kind of thing where if your friend had it, you'd say, hey, let me check that out, but, you know, not your style, or what? I don't know if I probably didn't say it before, because I sort of just picked up on it. It's subtle, but there's a nice over travel stop. I don't know. We'll see if it comes out. So in addition to having a carbide tab in there for the lock, because Steel on titanium contact is not great for the life of the knife, the life of the lock. It also can get very sticky, but so they have that tab, and it also forms the over trowel stop over there. Cool. All right, yeah, definitely want to hear your opinions, folks. What do you think of the knife? If you remember and you care to just throw it out there, what did you think of Onyx for this year, for 2023 overall? I love Onyx. I'm not always thrilled with every knife that comes in it, but I know the value is there. I know the money that's spent on it is always worth it. And it's cool. So I'm happy with it. We'll see if it makes it into my top 20 of 2023. Like I said, I'm not sure until I go over them all, but definitely happy. Another good month from the Onyx plan. Value is there. Beautiful design. We'll see how I feel about carrying it as time goes on. So thanks for hanging with me for another unboxing. Remember that you guys are all absolutely awesome, and I appreciate every single one of you. And I'll be back again real soon.